What is happening, everyone? We got another teardown for you today. Today we're doing the FoxxD A67W. So if you have one of these and you got to do a screen replacement or another repair, we'll show you how to tear the phone apart all the way down to the bare bones, and you guys can do the repair that you need to do. As always, when you do work on a phone, just remember that you can damage it more than the problem you're trying to fix in the first place. So if you're not comfortable with fixing your own phone, just leave it to a professional. So just use your judgment wisely, I guess is the best way to put it. Also, just so you guys remember, we got a ton more videos coming up, a ton more teardowns, and a ton more hard resets. So if you can, subscribe, follow, that'd be great. And let's get right into this. So on this one, first thing we got to do is take out the back cover. So that just pops right off. We got the battery, pull that out. So then we get to this portion, which is where we got to get all these screws out. So we'll grab our screwdriver and get to it. All right, once you get all the screws out, just double check that you didn't miss anything. I have a tendency to miss one or two here and there. We can start popping off the mid frame and the bottom frame. So most of the stuff on this phone, because the charging port's connected to the motherboard, it's going to be on top. So just simply pry this up a little bit. If I can get in the right spot. There you go. There's your camera lens. That comes right off. So then we get down to the motherboard where pretty much everything is. We'll pop this bottom one so you guys can just see it too. But there's really nothing under here besides, you just want to be careful when popping this bottom piece because sometimes there's wires attached to the loudspeaker. In this case, there's not. So, but there's your loudspeaker and your vibration motor and a PCB, so it's good to go there. So let's move on to the motherboard portion. There's usually a screw or two. Looks like there's one there, so we got two or three in this one, and we pull out first. I'll take those out first, get them out of the way. All right, once you get those three screws out, we can start disconnecting all the connectors. Got the main ribbon connector right there. We got the front connector right there as well, or the front camera connector. We can never get in there. Yeah. There we go. Have the rear camera one, and we have the power volume flex right there as well too. You guys can already see that board is already ready to come out. So once we get everything unhooked, you get the coax over here too, you can unplug. And basically find any spot that lets you pry up. In this case, this one's just coming right up. And it actually took the front camera and the rear camera with us. So now that this is unplugged, this just slides right out. There's your front camera. There's your rear camera. Trying to avoid touching the actual camera so I don't put any stains in it. There we go. There's your PCB. A little motherboard. Little SIM readers, and everything's soldered on this, so if you do have a bad charging port, unless you're good with soldering, you'd have to pop that off and do some soldering. But otherwise, this portion's out. Now we're left with just the ear speaker and the power volume flex. And we can just slide this pry tool in between over here. Just kind of go slow so you don't break it. Push it out a little bit. Oh, knocked it down, but that's off. And then we got the ear speaker. There's usually a slot to pull up. Sometimes the flathead works a little bit better. It looks like it doesn't really matter where you go in there. Boom. There's your ear speaker. That was a pretty quick teardown. So pretty easy if you get down to the bare bones to the screen frame. and replace it this way. This is the way that I would replace it. Some people would actually just pull this top LCD and then have a little bit of a frame and then kind of glued back on there. I'm not a fan of doing that. These screens are relatively cheap to get it like this. That way you can just reattach the board to the new screen and you'll be good to go. So there you are. That's how you do a hard reset, how you do a full teardown on a A67W from FoxxD. If you guys have any comments, questions, just feel free to drop a comment. Otherwise, like, share, comment, all that great stuff. We'd appreciate it. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.